the president has a lot to crow about. What has happened with inflation, his focus on energy supplies in this country, it really has driven, even looking at core inflation now below the top line inflation number is just incredible.
Well, the big thing, though, could be the fall of the Ayatollah regime in Iran. That would be enormous. May not help on the domestic front. But when you look at what's happened in Venezuela, if you look at potentially what's happening in Iran, and the idea that the Castroite regime may fall in Cuba, astonishing. What a trifecta in changing world politics.
So, but this is interesting, and I agree. I mean, that's world-changing stuff. But you got the president at home in Detroit kind of trying to reestablish the domestic priorities, too. People are still concerned about cost of living. Do you think he's setting himself up well in 2026, both to make that case and deliver the results?
I think they realize they have to do it. And I think that one of the things that they should be hammering home is don't trust what we say. Look at your next paycheck. Look at when this tax bill starts to really kick in. Look at what's happening to prices. We know they're still too high, but eggs have come down, milk products have come down. We're working to get other things down. But the key thing is we've got programs in place. And instead of saying everything is great, say, in effect, a version of Bill Clinton's I feel your pain, but make clear that you're dealing with the pain legally.
Jay Powell, total garbage central banker in managing our monetary policy, particularly during the Biden years. Should have cut interest rates much earlier this year. Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, however, is reportedly no fan of this Jay Powell investigation that's coming out of the U.S. Attorney's Office, Jeanine Pirro, in Washington, D.C. And I just think it's kind of hilarious, just because Jay Powell, keep quiet, let him go. He's leaving in May. But now, well, because his term as board governor is up 2 years from now. And now he's definitely not giving up the governor's seat. He's going to dig in and hang out and just be a huge pain in the tuchus for another 2 years just because of all this nonsense.
Yeah, it was a big mistake. We can discuss who might have done this or that or the other thing.
Right.
But the thing that happened has made Powell a hero. It's made him dominate the conversation. Instead of focusing on how should the Federal Reserve be run, should they keep allowing the dollar to be trashed, should they keep believing that prosperity causes inflation? Instead, it's about the independence of the Fed, as if it's a fourth branch of government. It isn't. So in that sense, they lost the initiative. And in terms of what you just pointed out, Powell would have normally gone off the board, gone on lecture tours, book deals, and all that kind of thing. He's going to stick around for several months because, one, it's not going to cost him anything since he's now the martyr, the hero. And he's going to make sure that, at least for a while, President Trump doesn't get to control the Board of Governors. But the thing is that what the government should do, one of the things I think now may happen, is that Bessent may go to the Federal Reserve. He's got the authority.
You think it changes that calculus?
And bring Kevin Hassett into the Treasury. Because there's no way people are going to be able to say Bessent will be controlled by Donald Trump, and he's got the authority from his past to really change the Federal Reserve. So it wouldn't surprise me if that happened.
Now, wait a second. This is interesting.
This is good. You're bringing it tonight.
That's right,
Steve. Not that you don't always.
Because Bessent wasn't going to go to the Fed, okay? So if you're telling me that this little kerfluffle with Jerome Powell is the thing that's going to get Bessent over the hurdle and into the Fed, then it might have been the most brilliant thing the Trump administration has ever done, my friend. Is that not the case? I think Bessent's the best guy for this job.
Yeah.
He is the best guy for the job, and I think that's what the Fed fears. Federal Reserve actually fears is the guy can come in, has the authority and strength. He's not going to get enveloped by the Fed the way poor Powell was, and he's going to make changes. The big thing is he knows how to ask questions, which the Fed fears, which is why they kept people like Judy Shelton off the board, because they feared questions they don't want to have to face.
He's also got that tall guy, check yourself. It comes with being tall. And, if somebody gets in his way.
George Washington wouldn't have disagreed.
Right. If somebody gets in his way, he will let you know, part the sea. I'm kind of parsing words, but because I don't want to talk about things that have been reported. But he's a tough dude, and I love it.
That's what we need at the Fed. Steve Forbes, tough guys like you at the Fed. That's what makes it work.
Great to see you.
All right, take care.
I'll be cheering Besant.
There you